You'll be okay. You'll be alright. You'll get well soon. Sleep through the night. You'll go outside. Enjoy the sun. Soon you'll feel fine to see everyone.
Welcome. You're watching the Thrift Store Rundown, bringing Hollywood home on a budget. Let's face it, we all want comfort. We all need comfort. We all deserve comfort. We all desire to be comforted, yet we should all aspire to comfort those who need it the most. My intention in doing just that is to help you literally crave some homemade comfort, either in a bowl or on a plate. I should mention that throughout the month of August, I'm doing a series of comfort food cookbooks in spiritual solidarity with the Cookie with Jack show here on YouTube and its host, Jack Scalfani, a longtime Facebook friend of mine. He has no idea I'm doing this, by the way. He hasn't endorsed it anyway. But with him doing a series of comfort food recipes throughout August, I figured I'd get in on the action too, and maybe, just maybe because of his track record in the past, one-up him a bit. And believe you me, I brought out the big guns. No other entity in the culinary arts knows a thing or two more about one-upping the spiritual collaboration or competition than America's Test Kitchen. This is their 1-hour comfort cookbook. Quick, cozy, modern dishes for all your cravings. Craving something sweet, salty, spicy, cheesy, tangy, zesty, crunchy? You name it, they're gonna tackle it. All in the span of an hour. And all for $29.99 in the US and $35 in Canada. The recipes themselves are divided into 7 food chapters, which I'll go ahead and highlight for you now in the beginning contents listing. Our first chapter, page 1, breakfast 24/7. Chapter 2, page 41, spoonable bowls. 3.93 carbs. 4, 149 the crispy bits. 5, 199 meaty delights. 6, 249 cheesy goodness, and 7, 295 something sweet. Desserts. Just for the sake of structure, I'm going to go ahead and highlight one recipe per each chapter, illustrating a point that I will make later on when we do our random pizza walk. And we begin with pizza for breakfast. Why this recipe works? No longer just the domain of famous college students, pizza for breakfast has undergone a reputation rehab. This recipe knocks all expectations out of the box with a satisfyingly crunchy crust topped with crispy bacon, golden yolked eggs, and not 1, not 2, but 3 cheeses. So basically, you can have your pizza for breakfast and eat it too when ATK's on the case. That'll serve 6. There's also a variation down here for smoked salmon pizza, in case you want to be a little more cosmopolitan. In spoonable bowls, we have here creamless, creamy tomato soup. I saw that being made on a ATK episode. I have that on DVD. That'll serve 6 to 8 and takes 35 minutes to whip up. So, basically it's kind of a gluten-free recipe. Here we have cheeseburger mac in the carb section. This goes out to all you hamburger helper lovers. I mean, if you crave hamburger helper because of its convenience and possibly because of its homemade taste, well, semi-homemade at the very least, oh, you'll think this is gonna be definitely one-up Spin-Warty. Yes, it's gonna one-up the competition. That serves 4 to 6 and will take about 45 minutes to do. Okay, a little bit longer than the traditional hamburger helper you saw on the boxes with those adorable white clown-looking gloves, but come on, this is ATK. You know my love for ATK transcends any and all timely conveniences, right? In the crispy bits we have here bacon, lettuce, and fried green tomato sandwiches. So, it's a sandwich staple given a bit of a sudden upgrade because of the fried green tomatoes. That serves 4. It takes the maximum time of an hour to whip up. In the meaty section, we have here a classic. Chicken and biscuits. No need to adulterate this. No need to trivialize it or minimize it or upgrade it in any way. Some classics in here should be left alone for good reason. Because their comforting goodness inside and out just shouldn't be messed with. By the way, that will serve 6. It takes about 45 minutes to whip up. Here we have another classic that also should be left alone. Buffalo chicken dip in cheesy goodness. If you want to watch Cook's Country's very own Christy Morrison whip this up on the ATK YouTube channel for the big game, you can check the link below. She's one of my favorites. This classic delicious dip takes an hour to make, maximum time for this book, and serves 6 to 8. Why this recipe works? Besides the flavor of buffalo chicken wings on a convenient dip form, I mean, you can whip this up anytime the big game comes around and make it feel like a fiesta. And finally, for something sweet, a giant chocolate chip cookie. Need I say more? Again, the classics just should be kept as classics through the test of time. That serves 12 and takes 45 minutes to whip up, plus 30 minutes for it to cool down, which, let's understood, might be the longest 30 minutes of any kid's life once they find out what they're having for dessert. In these 7 recipes, and the hundreds more that follow, you might sense a theme here, that some of the comfort food classics you grew up with, including chicken noodle soup, tomato soup, fried chicken, any casserole that you can name, mashed potatoes, hot dogs, pizza. Those classics and much, much more have trotted the globe before ending up in this tomb, which I really shouldn't call this a tomb because this thing is alive with flavor and practicality and speedy delivery on account of some recipes. But the maximum for any of these recipes is really an hour. It's all in the name of the book's title, 1 Hour Comfort. The widest recipe work sections here, which is per ATK's modus operandi, brings out the millennial in the ATK authors and test cooks more than any other widest recipe work section in any other cookbook that America's Test Kitchen conjured up and cooked up, if I can say that. What you won't find in here are any equipment recommendations, and you'll have to read some of the widest recipe works summaries here for a scarce amount of ingredient recommendations in here. But you know what? With a book like this, and an MO like this, I don't think any bells or whistles should be necessary to enhance the book's enjoyment that aren't needed. All this book offers you is total comfort food satisfaction, and it should be left at that. Crisp fried chicken that crunches when you bite into it. Warm, brothy noodles for you to slurp up. Cheesy bread to pull apart with your hands, or something chocolatey that melts in your mouth. Whatever your favorite comfort foods, you'll find them here, conveniently organized according to craving, and arriving at your table or couch in an hour or less. These uncomplicated, indulgent dishes are guaranteed to satisfy you and yours, no matter when the urge strikes. With regard to the price, if you followed my Instagram reels, you'll know that I procured this from the Barnes & Noble at the Clifton Commons for 20% off its retail price here in the States. And I had a good time doing it. Watch. Whenever I come to Barnes & Noble, I head up one of 2 places first. The magazine section or the cookbook section. Today, it'll be the cookbooks. I have my eyes set on one of them. This one. Yes. And today, hopefully I get a price match spot. So here I am at the cafe at Barnes & Noble, getting ready to skim over my new ATK discounted purchase, 1 Hour Comfort, quick, cozy, modern dishes for all your cravings. I successfully got a online price match for this, so 20% off its retail price of $29.99 US. And while I'm waiting for the sun to go down, we're here in the mid-afternoon, by the way. I'm going to snack on these nuggets here at Barnes & Noble. This is the second time I ever had anything from the cafe at Barnes & Noble. So, we'll see how it is. Let's see if it's good.
A little hot, but good.
Hey, a discount is a discount, folks. If I can find a discount, a price match online, and they match it in the store, why not take advantage of it? And I hope you take advantage of this cookbook, no matter wherever or however you get it. Because it gets the full Monty. All 5 claps. Long story short, in the time it takes you to watch 60 minutes, you can whip out some homemade comfort for your heart, mind, taste buds, and soul. And if you really want to emphasize the word comfort here, well, one other suggestion. Don't watch 60 minutes as often as you do. With all due respect to them, because I have their 50 years of 60 minutes book. We all crave an escape from reality every once in a while. And safe to say, this escape, from America's Test Kitchen to your kitchen, can be classified as...
fabulous.
Thanks for watching TSR. Now, to see another awesome review like this one, click here. If you want to become a Hollywood bargain hunter, click here to subscribe. And I'll catch you on the thrift side.